I don't believe that anyone who has actually made it in life has not gone through a path where they feel like everything is crumbling on top of them, where they've had to rebuild themselves, rewire their mind, and rebuild their systems from the ground up. That path that is so dark that they just had to flip a switch and said, it's time to change. Hi guys, I'm Anna. Welcome back to my channel. I really wanted to touch on something today that was heavy on my heart, but specifically about confidence. A lot of people say, fake it till you make it. Put in the work, put in the time, the confidence will come, the confidence will come. The confidence comes with repetition. If you are sitting down, not doing anything, not repeating any of the actions that made you successful, if you're not seeking opportunities, if you're not looking for the good in other things, you are not going to be confident. I'm sorry, but that's the cold hard truth. People think that they can just show up and do this black cat energy, and to some degree that is, I guess, an aura, and that does work for people. But at the same time, if you're looking to be someone who is the best version of yourself, you cannot fake it till you make it. You can't fake a smile. People see who you really are, and they'll see right through you in a heartbeat. You are going to have to learn how to love yourself and love the actions that you're taking to your goals. You're going to have to fall in love with the journey if you truly want to be confident. It doesn't happen overnight. Just like building a business, just like reaching success, it does not happen overnight. You are going to have to consistently put more time into yourself, invest more into yourself than you do anything else and any other people. Buying courses, buying programs, buying outfits, buying makeup, buying clothes, buying shoes does not make you confident. I mean, it could for like a week, but true confidence comes within and being so secure in knowing who you are. That is where your self-worth and your dignity comes from. That is where your character comes from. It comes from being confident and fully embracing who you are as a person and showing up authentically in the best and highest version of yourself. I feel like a lot of people, when they are trying to reach success or they are trying to be someone, they think about they have to plan the perfect pitch. They have to plan the perfect business idea. They have to plan this perfect person inside their head. You don't have to do that. You truly just have to be who you are. Show up as the person you want to be. What would they do in your position? Be that person, and then take the actions that high value person, that imagination of yourself would do. Take those actions. If that person is waking up at 5 in the morning and reading a book and then taking a shower and then going for a run, taking another shower, coming back and then starting work, be that person. If that person is waking up at 10 a.m., starting your work with your favorite cup of tea or coffee in the morning, and then working until about 4 p.m. and then going to the gym, be that person. Society puts on us that you have to truly just embrace the grind, the hard work. You have to consistently wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day. I mean, to some degree that works for people. But I've also learned, talking with so many females in this industry specifically, we don't have the capacity for that. I mean, we could, but we also need sleep more than anything. We need our self-care more than anything, because that's who we are as women. We need to be prioritizing ourselves. That's what's going to make us confident. Your confidence does not come from the actions that you're doing. It comes from the person that you become from taking those actions. Your confidence does not come from the outfit that you bought. I mean, it could, again, for like a day, but it doesn't mean that's who you are. Your confidence, it comes from knowing who you are in your core, that foundation that you're building for yourself. That's where your confidence comes from. To add on to that little bit, your confidence, and I feel like some girls need to hear this, does not come from a man. Let me backtrack a little bit. Your confidence does not come from a little boy, okay? There's a difference between boys in the world, and there's a difference between men. If you don't know which one is which, if you don't know if the guy you're with is a boy or a man, call him a guy. That's it. That's the most generic, neutral term I can give you. But you don't know if he's a boy or a man. Your confidence does not come from them. I truly believe that a top tier man will value his woman's confidence over anything else in the world when he picks the right partner. With that, he will want to make her feel so secure, so feminine, truly embodying her authentic self. That way she can become more confident and have more opportunities for her life. That's what I believe comes from a man when you're with him, but he's complimenting who you are. You're not just arm candy. It's not always all about him. You have to prioritize yourself. You have to put time into yourself. You have to love yourself. Ladies, please love yourself more. I truly find my confidence when I read my Bible. I truly find confidence when I pray to God, because that makes me know that I am worthy. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. To all the women out there, fearfully and wonderfully made. Those two words are probably some of the most powerful and profound words you will ever hear about yourself. You're not just cute. You're not just sexy. You're not just hot. You're not just admirable. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Know that. Learn that. Live it. Love it. Make that who you are, because you are truly worth more than 1,000 rubies. Women, you have to know where your confidence comes from, and that comes from being who you are, being authentic, doing things that you like to do. Fill your own cup first. You cannot fill others until you start filling your own. And I know some people feel as if they have to take care of everybody. They feel like they have to watch over the family. If you're the oldest or the youngest, I've been the youngest in my family for so long, and I had to grow up taking care of others whenever my older siblings left. So I understand that area of coming from. You have so much on your shoulders. But honey, please give yourself a break. You can't be confident if you are constantly worrying about other people. You have to take time for yourself. You have to prioritize yourself, prioritize your well-being. Then you can have the confidence that you dream of having. Then you can become that person you dream of becoming. I know it sounds simple and it's easier said than done, but it takes practice. Honestly, the best advice I could give, set time aside for yourself every morning, midday, and night. Give yourself more love than anything else, because there's only one person in this world who's going to be here with you as long as you live and breathe, and that is you. That is yourself, the person looking at yourself in the mirror. That is the person that's going to be with you. Why wouldn't you treat them with the utmost respect? Why wouldn't you treat them with the utmost love and care? Speak kind words to yourself. You are not a piece of trash. You are not some waste bin. You are not some degenerate. You are not incapable. You are not unqualified. God called the people of this earth. He called the sinners. He called the people that have been rebuked by society. He called those people to the highest because of the fact that he equips them for what their journey is about to be. So why do you think you're unqualified? You are not unqualified by any means. In fact, you are probably the most qualified person for your life, for your opportunity, for your position. Walk into a room, imagine that you are the subject matter expert on whatever you're talking about, and walk in with that presence that you embody, that you know who you are. You are so secure in yourself that nobody can tear you down. Other people's opinions do not matter. Stop listening to them. This young man was talking to his mentor, and he was basically saying when people talk bad to him, when they say bad words to him, they are giving words of evil in a way, or they giving words of disintegration, like they're tearing you down. He asked him what should he do in that situation, and what the mentor said honestly absolutely blew my mind, because you think about it in your everyday life, like the words he said when he was responding to his student, it is so simple yet so profound. These were the words that he said. He looked at him in the eye and he said, when you're throwing a piece of trash away, do you throw it in the bin or can you throw it to the side? You have free will to throw it to the side if you want. Same goes for the words. If somebody's talking to you in a bad way, you don't have to accept it. You can hear it. Don't listen. There's a difference. Hear what they say, let it be. You don't have to accept those words. That way, the words that they say, they can't impact who you are. The words that they use, they can't come inside you and affect your mindset. They can't come inside you and tear you down. So why would you accept those words? I feel like a lot of people have been in this situation where it's just a day, it's just another day, but you don't feel like doing anything, or you don't feel like getting up and moving, or you feel tired, or you feel like you're just falling behind and you're losing the race. Whose race? Whose race are you in? You're not in race with Susie down the street. You're not in race with Jamal. You're in your race. It is your race. You're not going up against anyone. Everything happens for a reason. There's a moment in time for everything, down to the second, down to the millisecond. You are not losing. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, in fact. If you feel like you have to be somewhere else, and I can talk about this from experience, from traveling so much and then just all across the US, always wanting to be somewhere else, I finally came to the conclusion, I accepted where I'm at. I said, you know what? I'm where I need to be. I don't need to be anywhere else. If I need to go anywhere else, God will tell me. But I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm not running up against anyone besides myself. So why would I try to become better than someone else? That's their life, not mine. They're not the main character in my story. If anything, they're a side quest or a side character. But do you see what I'm saying? You are not up against anybody. You are only up against yourself. And you're not trying to beat yourself. You're trying to work with yourself to get ahead. Learn your strengths, learn your weaknesses. This will build your confidence whenever you walk into that room, whenever you meet that guy, whenever you're presented with that opportunity. That's what happens when you fully understand that you are exactly where you need to be at the exact time, at the exact moment. And it might be bad. Like, let's say you were in a car wreck. I was in one 2 years ago. I should not have lived by any means. It was absolutely insane, the scariest moment of my life. But looking back, I needed that. I needed that because that exact moment took me away from something that I loved more than anything, which was fitness. I was a bodybuilder. It took me away from that. I was brokenhearted and I never thought I would find a passion for something again until I found my passion for business. That is it. I switched from fitness to business and I needed that. I needed that so much and I didn't even realize it. Looking back 2 years, I can say, wow, that was a transitional point in my life. I'm so thankful that it happened because now I'm more secure that I have the capacity to go through something like that and come out on the other side singing praises of joy, being so confident in myself, and now rewarding myself saying, you've been able to go through a hard time where you were depressed, where you were sad, you didn't feel like anything would matter anymore. And now I'm coming out on the other side saying, you know what? I'm so much better. I'm so much better off. I'm so thankful. I'm so proud of myself that I was able to go through that, not degrade anybody, and still come out a better person on the other side. You don't have to go through a car wreck to have a transitional point in your life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, even when those days get hard, when those days get tough, when it feels like the world is weighing on you and you are so sad and so depressed and you just don't want to move off the couch and you just want to lay in your bed, you can give yourself days like that. But give yourself grace. Don't lay there degrading your mind, degrading who you are as a person. And I've done this before. Don't sit there saying, oh, you're terrible, you're not able to get up out of bed. Wow, you're lazy, you're pathetic, you can't even start working again. Don't do that. Give yourself grace. Give yourself mercy. You can't be a machine. Nobody's a machine. I get it. They're building those, I guess. But you are not a robot. You are human with feelings and emotions. And I'm not saying only care about emotions. Please be intellectually smart, especially when it comes to situations like this. I'm saying take your emotions with a grain of salt. If you're feeling something and you know you can't work at 100%, or you know you can't even give 100%, whether that only be 40% of your energy, give yourself grace. Do the things that are going to fill your cup. Don't keep tearing yourself down. Don't keep putting yourself in situations that are going to drain your social battery. Don't keep putting yourself around those people that are not going to lift you up. Don't keep putting yourself around those people who are going to call you the worst names and joke around with you as if it's, again, a joke, but it's secretly disrespect. Don't take that from anybody. You should not take that from anybody. You should know who you are, what you accept, where your boundaries lie, where your standards are, the baseline for what you accept in your life, the bare minimum, raise that bar, times that by 100, and then start putting yourself in those situations around those good people that are going to uplift you, around those good opportunities, those good environment, that good environment that's going to make you become better. That's the most simple thing I can ever say. This was a little bit more of a deeper video, just talking about confidence, but I felt like it's really needed because the word confident and the word confidence comes in two different forms, whether it be someone that's conceited and cocky or whether that comes from a form of self-respect and self-worth. And I feel like you do need to have the balance, because if you become confident, also be humble enough to know that you can help anyone and you're not just on a pedestal. And I say that, know your worth, but don't tear others down in the way to find your worth. Be a good human. That's the only way to make the world a better place. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, this was a little bit more in depth on the emotional side, but I feel like even some people need to raise or higher their emotional intelligence. You can be logically intelligent, IQ, all day, every day. But you know, I think it's still really good and reassuring when you have a self-check and a self-reflection moment where you can also increase your emotional intelligence as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Love you guys.